and the whole shop has been completely destroyed.
We were towards the back, towards the bathrooms, and then the top of the building. We told everyone to get down. I started pushing people under the water fountain. We were trapped. We were able to dig our way out.
That creaking. What is up, guys? Thank you for watching Franco TV. So today, I'm actually crossing through the state of Kentucky, and I know that there was a huge tornado storm that happened here and claimed the lives of over 100 people here. I'm actually driving through the town now, so I thought maybe I'd do a little of a documentary, kind of just driving through there and showing you guys around to see what I see with you guys. Again, I don't know what to witness. I don't even know if they'll let me in. This is all just a kind of a let's see what happens type of thing. So I'm currently trying to... Look at that. There's a huge candle shop where the majority of, I think they had the most lives taken there. So I have to be very careful what I film over there, and a courthouse, including a bank. But down this road, it tends to get a lot worse.
We're joined now by Troy Propst, the CEO of the candle factory, where dozens are feared dead. That it would be a miracle if any additional people were found alive inside the factory. Anything that gives you hope at this point?
Well, I mean, I guess we had two miracles yesterday afternoon because they did find two additional people. You know, I do agree with the governor that I do believe it's a miracle. This devastation is unimaginable. At this very moment, I believe that they're still looking for any survivors that could have survived this. People are still missing. Literally somebody's desk that they were just going to return back home, back to work to. Every window has been busted. I'm coming across another area where the tornado just tore right through it. Literally flattened every building. This was a little driving spot at one point with a whole bunch of houses. Again, I'm sorry for the wind. It's still windy out here. But as you look, you're gonna see everything has been gone. You could even see some of the family still walking through what once was their neighborhoods at one point. Upon driving in here, a lot of military forces, they're in the back, but they just flew in to help aid. This place literally has a catastrophic event here. I've actually never seen something this bad before. There's a school bus down there. I have to be extremely careful here when it comes to these down power lines. A lot of the times it can still be live and you never really know.
Driving back and forth, I live up in Murray, but you know, just kind of walking around up here by the court square and a Hall Hotel, and as I was saying earlier too, off to the right, my orthodontist that I used to go to, it's just completely gone. It's kind of crazy. It hasn't really sat in, you know, what's actually happened, but it's starting to a little bit, and it's just weird.
We followed the storms last night. We were just watching them on the news, and we could tell how bad they were. I think one of the news people said it was about a mile wide and the debris was crazy, so I knew the damage would be pretty bad.
This, what you're looking at here, used to be a repair shop for cars, and the whole shop has been completely destroyed. All these cars that you see parked out here were just needing repairs and just got thrown into the brush. Look at this. And all these marks that you see on the side are just things flying into the car. Almost 100 miles per hour, denting it. At this point now, I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just kind of walking down from trail to trail, and I don't even know what any of this used to be. Things are blown here from a funeral to a graveyard to a church, and there's a little bit from like what looks like a little jail from a certain area when I was walking. But as of right now, I don't even know what any of this used to be. Look at this. Some chairs that were rescued from a nearby church
Possibly, I could be wrong. I'm making my way a little bit more closer to the town. Everyone just seems confused. Just by walking here alone, I had seen someone just walking in a straight road by themselves. They were just kind of like dazed out. Sorry again for the wind noise, but they were just kind of dazed out, not sure where they were going. But it just kind of looks like someone who just lost it all. There is a store here where it was called a candlelight store, and there's just a lot of rumors going around, so I don't know how much of it is accurate. But from what I heard was that the store owners had told the people inside the candlelight store that if you leave, it's going to cost you your job, and so they stayed in there overnight while a tornado was coming, even though there was thousands of warnings. They stayed inside, and that's actually where a lot of people actually lost their lives at, was somewhere around the candlelight store.
Employees, some of them, say supervisors threatened to fire them if they left their shifts early because of the tornado warnings. Now, the company, we should note, is totally denying those allegations. They say it is absolutely untrue that the employees would not be able to leave.
While I was interviewing him, he told me that he was an employee of the candy factory, and that while he was there, you know, before the tornado came, a lot of people there had wished that they would have been able to leave and go home to take shelter there with their loved ones or somewhere else that was safe, but they weren't allowed to, because if they did, they risked losing their jobs. So I followed up, and I've spoken to 5 people who all give me the same story.
And the story is what? That when those sirens hit, they tried to leave and they were told you might be fired if you do? That's what they're sort of saying, these employees?
Correct. Initially, the company wanted, as the first sirens went off, I'm going to say around between 5:30, 6 o'clock, and they wanted everybody to like maybe take shelter in the bathrooms and the hallways. But then there was a 3-hour window between then and when the second siren had came, and that's when a lot of the employees there had asked to go home. So we're talking 15 employees, that's on the low end, possibly up to 40, but I'll just call it 15 for now. But who had asked, listen, it's getting dangerous outside. We're worried for our lives. Can we go home? And they said, well, yes, but if you do, you know, don't bother coming back.
All right, so I'm now driving up the road towards the candle factory. That's the candle factory. This one got the worst of it, apparently. Oh wait, I don't know if that is it actually. I think it's further up there, but the road is blocked. This whole building here completely fell down and collapsed within itself. So you can see up there, and right in here you can see a whole bathroom. Or I think that's a bathroom. They even marked off some combustible stuff that could explode. So they have that in like a little secure area. So this is the other side of this historic place here that I just showed you that had collapsed. This seemed to have been some sort of theater room here. If you look there, there's a whole stage there with chairs on a balcony where there's probably a stage on the other side. Completely destroyed. See the stage? Look at that, I haven't even seen that. God, that must have been beautiful. This looks like somebody's street corner. Oh yeah, definitely. You can see like baby toys on the inside. I guess when they put the X, the place has to be demolished maybe. If you guys know, let me know. Oh man, I am tripping over this power line cable. You can see all the cables right there. And a power line right over there. That's extremely dangerous, but I'm sure one of the workers here actually told me that the power has been completely cut off throughout this area. But you never know. May God bless Mayfield. You guys may not know this, but that picture that you see there is actually the courthouse I'm going to actually be going to. The courthouse is completely destroyed. I've been walking for like an hour to 2 hours now, and it's just it looks like a war zone, or everything is just gone. Look at this. Way down there, you can see the whole inside of somebody's house. The kitchen is still there with the microwave, as the rest of the house is gone. This here is the courthouse. They already have the army in. Look at all those flowers. There's a sign right up there It says Americans work together. Now I just heard some rumors with some of the people that are around here that they were saying that apparently the president is going to be coming out here to show support. So that means military and security is going to really be prepping this place up real quick. So I might not be able to record here for too long. Alright, so it has now hit nightfall. Things gotten extremely dark. I underestimated how dark it was going to be because the whole power's out and very little light is actually visible except for where they're working in the core areas, which is pretty much in the downtown district next to the courthouse. I'm actually going to be walking through another section of this town in a place that I haven't really got to explore yet. This is a more further view of the hospital. These are all the broken windows. It destroyed the inside of this. Remember, this whole place here is still the hospice area, and it was fully functional when this tornado hit. This looks like it's been abandoned for some time now. Even the whole inside has been gutted out. The ceilings, all the square plates that you would put on the ceilings, completely gone. So this here is that big church I was showing you, the cathedral. They're really struggling hard to get the power back on over here. You could literally still hear the smoke alarms going off in the inside of a lot of these places. Look at this. All that mud splatter is just the rain and the tornado throwing mud all over the building, and you can see how it got all into the crevices and stuff. It's a very surreal experience being out here, and I've seen tornadoes before, but not like this one. This one's just, it kept going. This looks like some sort of school. This here is a courthouse. A couple hours ago, the president was actually here. Look at this. I guess this is like another warehouse, or it might just look like one. And you know what's interesting is that these are bricks. Completely made out of bricks, and blew it all open. There's some more craziness. That's a whole house there. Look at that. That's a closet and a TV. I also have to be careful because I don't want to be, I don't know if anybody's still in the house. Our house is. It is really dusty. Almost every windshield is cracked. Wow. I gotta give this light a break. I have it on really power, like on a really high power setting, and it's starting to heat up and burn my hand. I heard something, but that could easily just sound like metal creaking. Alright, let me get to another area. I've shown you guys the majority of this town. There's certain areas that I can't take you. Just wanted to document this area, but my heart goes out to everyone in this town, especially for everyone that's in that factory. That being said, I hope you guys like what you've seen. Kind of. Well, I hope you don't like it, but I hope you guys support it. It's a little bit weird this time. And I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.